Welcome to the MeanCharles show. We got Mouse from Team B Squad, the B Pals.
The B Pals?
The B Pals.
We're the crew?
Yeah, we're gonna talk about our Tippmanns. I had to do the grip. I usually hold it like that. Anyways, Mouse and I we're old school paintballers, and we like the idea of having an HPA setup. It's just something we think is super dank, and we like it. But basically, there's enough on these guns out on the interwebs, so I don't think we really need to talk much about it except what we're gonna do to them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
What are we gonna do?
Well, today, instead of going from key mod and different buffer tube setups and what I got on mine right now, we're gonna go on Mouse's gun, and we're gonna talk about basically how he's building his and from basically front to back. So we're gonna upgrade our inner barrel. Carl's gonna help us. We're going to upgrade our inner barrel and our bucking, and we're going to show you how to do that today on the MeanCharles show.
Yes.
Wait, I think pizza's here. Today we're going to start our part 1 series on the Tippmann M4 Carbine from Tippmann. Did I mention it's Tippmann? Anyways, there's plenty of Tippmann M4 Carbine material out there, but this is what we're gonna do, and if you like our results, you can copy it. We'll do a step-by-step guide. So today, you're gonna focus on basically going from front to back. We're gonna install a Mad Bull 6.3 Type bore. We're also gonna put in new buckings. This is gonna be flat hopped eventually, but I'm gonna put a new bucking on it. These are also Mad Bull buckings. I have Prometheus in the other one. I think it's a pink or the purple Prometheus. Tight bores generally work better on HPA guns, especially with the Tippmann. Wide boring or over boring usually doesn't really work well with the Tippmann, but usually on HPAs it's just very inefficient. It just shoots so much more air down the chamber, and you're just not getting enough shots off your tank. Our tools. The front of the rail system here. The Allen key on the stock flash hider, so don't miss that before you start cranking it. Sounds great. Remember, it's reverse threaded, and there's a lot of thread space here. Okay, cool. So fake flash hider's off, and just for ease of table space, I'm gonna pop out the receiver pins. You still have it shot. There we go.
What?
You still have a shot. Cocked back.
Oh yeah, I did.
Okay, so we're just gonna take the lower receiver and throw that away. You have to take these screws fully out. Because there is actually indentations for the screws to sit in. And then we can break it free. A little bit of muscle grease and it'll come off. There's the indentations. So after that, we should be able to go to the delta ring here. And this is the delta ring. Basically it's on a spring with a little E-clamp, and then there's a spring behind here, and then you get to the barrel nut. So a lot of people, when doing this, they unscrew this, slide out the pieces and slide them out, or you can push back the delta ring and get the whole rail system off piece by piece. And then that's the delta ring right there. Tippmann is kind enough to give you a tool to do exactly this. but you can use a wrench if you do not have this tool. Nut. And crank the shit out of it from factory. I might need 2 hands for this. Meaning, Mouse, you need to help me. Oh, sorry, I just passed out. That's how it looks. If someone doesn't have a vise, tries to get off a delta ring, or sorry, a barrel nut from stock. Sorry, we're watching John Woo movie. Anyways, we got it loose. Trial, tears, air, blood, sweat, and tears. Finally got it loose. Alright, so basically untighten the rest of the delta ring. Alright, cool. So now that the delta ring came off, it's not going to go fully off because of the indentation here, but here is a split washer system. So this is the one thing that is kind of new to airsofting, is the way they put this. You know, generally you could pull out the inner barrel this way, but you actually have to remove the front outer barrel to do this. And their system, which I think is okay. Other systems were a bit more wonky, but it basically just, it's 2 washers to hold the delta nut on, or a barrel nut on, and delta ring. And before you pull out the outer barrel, you want to make sure that your hop up is off. There. And let's just slide right out. Now, we are not going to do anything to the hop up unit in here. Basically, I don't know if you can see it in here, but it's kind of gravity fed, the hop up unit. If I twist it in and out, you can kind of see it engage. Now, the way it sits in here is there's no pressure on the actual hop up unit. So a lot of people, they put like springs down here, or they thread it, or tap it, I mean, and actually have their hop up adjustment by just screwing the top. The actual thread in the top of the hop up unit is actually not for a flathead. It's just an indicator to show you where to put it in when inserting the nub. And you know, you can print shakeways and stuff like that, but shakeways is having issues with firearms and stuff, and 3D printing firearms. So anyways, now moving aside, going to the outer barrel. How this lines up is basically the top is the little slit that lines up into the top housing in here, and there's a little slit that you'll see before it hits the hop-up unit that engages with. So that's the top, and that's where the hop-up is applied. There we go. So it's popped out from the barrel tip, and then the outer barrel, inner barrel comes straight out. So we'll pull off that bucking, and this barrel seems like it was done with a power drill and some dude holding it like this. Because if you look in it, like here, come over here. You look into there, do you see all those grooves? Well, anyways, if you look down straight down the barrel, you can't see it on camera, but there's a bunch of like grooves that are just straight down the barrel, and it's just so inconsistent. If you buy a Tippmann M4 Carbine, get a new barrel like with the gun. Just, this is not something you want to shoot with. So this barrel from Mad Bull, basically the Python series, so it has like a Teflon coating in the inner barrel. So it's over time, as the BBs rub against the surface, because in Type bore, when it gets the backspin of the BB, it hugs the top of the barrel. Over time, they say that it will ruin the Teflon coating. So I don't know how true that is. That's just the myths on the internet, but over time we'll see. And if that's an issue, we'll let you know. So before I usually put on buckings, I like to use a little bit of silicone spray on the outside of the bucking, just because metal on rubber contact over time seems to dry out these pieces or cracking, and I'm trying to prevent that. So how to put on the bucking: you line up with the thread on the bottom of the inner barrel and the indentation of the bucking. Line that up and then just slide it right on. So a nice way of seeing how it's installed is that's the top part, that's where the hop up is going to engage, and then on the outer barrel the fat part is the bottom. So that piece should fit on the bottom there, which it does, and it clips right on. So that's how I line up for the Tippmanns. And then the top part just goes on the top. The inner barrel into the outer barrel. Now they can make official love and harmony. They're fully married. Now, to insert it back in, big indent, remember it goes on the bottom, small indent goes up top. You can always double check by pushing and making sure that's where the hop up engages. Now we pop it into the receiver, and then it seeds right in. Now continuing on, we go vice versa. So if you're gonna do a custom build with a new rail system, which we will be doing in the future, you would just slide the barrel nut down here, but since we have a delta ring, we have to install that on first. So let's put on the delta nut first. I'm really missing a good movie for this, by the way. Cool, so that's inserted. Now you put your half moons or your split washers on the outer barrel and then line it up with the delta ring. And barrel nut is attached together to the delta ring, and you just finger tighten it. You finally get that sweet spot. You don't want to just lock it in. That's complete, the upper half. Once that's installed, slap it down, push in the last body pin, put it on the stock. A lot of people complain about the stock. I love English. But I think it's okay, but it's gonna, it's gonna get replaced. If you're an airsoft lover, everything gets replaced anyways. Bucking to a Tippmann M4 Carbine. Hope you liked the video. Give it a like if you like it, and we'll give you updates and progress reports to get to something like this. My Tippmann. Boo boo boo. Boo 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 boo.
Fucking get it!